Yes. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I'm gonna wait for some of you guys to hop on. Right now, we are sitting here with the children of Eleazar Cantu, also known as Eli Cantu. Can you guys hear me? I'm gonna wait for some of you guys to hop on. What's up with it, Hood News peeps? All right. So yeah, we got 27. I'm gonna wait till we get over 100 people, and then we'll go from there. Look at these beautiful children. So we are revisiting with the children of Eleazar Cantu. Let me see, Papa. This is his youngest son holding up a sign from Crime Stoppers. What's your name, baby?
Eleazar Cantu.
Okay. And who's this in the picture?
My dad.
Okay. This is their dad. These three gorgeous children. They have a message for anybody that might have information to find out who fatally shot their father in the month of May of 2022 in the Spring Branch area outside of a bar. What's your message, Mama? And what's your name?
My name is Natalie Cantu.
Okay. You miss your dad?
Yes.
She misses her dad a lot. Her sign says, we lost our dad. He still has his. Justice for Eleazar Cantu Jr. All right. And this young man, his name is Nathan. This is a very admirable young man. He's messaged me in the Facebook Messenger. You guys have seen him on the videos. You've seen these kids with us before. And so a year ago, they were pleading for justice, and they're still doing the same thing, friends. Tell us your name.
Good evening. My name is Nathan Cantu.
All right.
I'm the oldest child of Eleazar Cantu Jr.
All right. Tell us about your dad.
Me and my dad had our time where it was like just him hanging out and stuff, and the fact that this happened and the people that know who did this aren't standing up and I like giving justice. I want justice to be served for my father.
Okay. So who wants to tell me a little bit so that people understand what happened to their dad? All right.
My dad was clocking out of work, and he was driving his coworker. Am I allowed to say his name?
No, don't say the name.
He was driving him back home, and then the coworker's son called him, asking for help because he was getting jumped by a gang, 4 men, and my dad turned around and drove to where it was happening. And my dad came out and he asked somebody who was taking out the trash what was happening, and the guy who was taking out the trash, he said, I don't know. And then my dad looked a little bit to his side and he saw his coworker getting hurt by 3 guys. Right? Was it 3? And he went to go pull him out, and my dad turned back and after trying to help him, he went to his car and then he got shot in the arm.
Okay. So this young girl is telling us, more or less the dad did a huge favor to a coworker. He had clocked out for the night. He was giving his coworker a ride from work to the man's home when the man received a phone call from his son stating, "Hey, Dad, I need help. I'm in some trouble over here at a bar in Spring Branch." So Eli, the victim, goes above and beyond and takes this man to the bar because he wants to, help the man because his son's in danger. But instead, what happened was that Eli was shot multiple times, and the coworker takes Eli not to the nearest hospital because this shooting happened off of Spring Branch on Long Point. He skips up a couple of hospitals and takes them from Spring Branch all the way to 610 and Ella, right? Ella? 610 and Ella. And he drops Eli off at the emergency room and then goes and dumps Eli's car somewhere at a Lowe's parking lot. Laura, tell us a little more from there.
From there, You know, it gets us. He could have stayed. He was a friend. You know, he takes my son. If my son tried to help him, why not try to help my son? Yes, he took him to the hospital, but he dumped him there and took off. So, in Spanish, they say el que nada debe, nada teme, right? Like you if you don't owe anything, you know, you're not going to be afraid of anything. You're going to stay there with your friend, your coworker, and but why take the car, abandon it, and then leave? I think because he was closer to home, and it's not. You know, we have a lot of questions, and not one phone call from this guy. You know, not hey, I was scared, I didn't do this. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't call you because, or I haven't called you at all within, you know, in all this year. To try, you know, to just say, hey, I'm sorry, you know, like, just, he's a coward. He's a coward. My son helped him to help, you know, with his son, so he's just a big coward. So why abandon the car is my thing, and why just dump my son off like a piece of, you know, and I would just want justice for my son, and we just want to get this done. We know there's somebody out there, you know, that knows who did this. We've been putting flyers out. We've been putting, there's a $5,000 reward through Crime Stoppers, you know, and we want this done. We need justice, and it's not going to bring him back, but it's going to ease their mind for a bit. And, you know, they can't live with this all their life. Nathan says that if it's not going to be, if the police department can't do anything, that he's going to do it, you know, he's going to become a cop and show them that how it's done. But in the meantime, you know, here we are, and police does not answer us. It's been a year and I haven't gotten an answer.
So,
not even, you know, we're working on the case.
So there's footage out there. As far as you know, there's footage
There's
out
footage, and they don't let me see it.
there. Okay.
There's
And
footage.
what about communication? I know you just mentioned that you don't hear anything from them. When's the last time you talked to a homicide detective out of HPD?
It was May 30th. He got his death was on. He was murdered on the 27th of May, and they didn't come till like 3 days later because it was the holidays, so nobody was around, and that they decide, you know, let's have our holiday, and then we go find out what's going on,
And what about, Laura, let me ask you this. What about the coworker that asked for the ride to begin with? Has he communicated with you?
Not once. Not once has he communicated with me. He knows that his bosses know me and know my name. I mean, my number. Ask them for my number, you know, and say, hey, you know, like I said, I'm sorry, I was scared, you know, something, you know. But no, not even. And I'm with my 3 kids here, taking care of them. These are Eli's kids, my grandkids, and I'm going to keep going forward with them. And he continues to work in the same place like nothing. He has no conscience. You know, I've been told judgment day will come from God, but, you know, it's like, no, I want something done now. Now.
Tell us a little bit about your son. What kind of son was he?
My son has we always were together. You know, we had our ups and our downs, you know, like you know, family does. And he wasn't an angel. He was not an angel, but after a while, everything changed. He changed for his kids, and a lot of things he was accomplishing was like crazy because it was done like in a year's time that he just started, you know, everything just started becoming better and better. And now it's like we, you know, he was my chicle. And like one time I told him like he had to cut the umbilical already, and he said never, you know. And now he's not here with us. So when you hear him and when you see him every day and hear his laugh, and we would make jokes and play dumb, you know. And now it's none of that is happening. It's hard. It's very hard. We moved away because I can't be here.
I'm so sorry.
Cannot be here because it's hard.
And what about the kids? Well, you want to pass the. What do you miss the most about your dad, Nathan?
What I miss the most about my dad is the times that we would have, and it was just me and him hanging out, doing some father-son bonding time and stuff. And the thing about that night is that the coworker decided to dump the car, and he was so worried about getting home. How would he have gotten home without the car? Is my question. Like, walk? Yeah. I don't know. I want my question to be answered.
What else did you do with Pat?
We watched movies, played some games and stuff. She would teach me how to do pickup lines. And we would just joke around and yeah.
Okay. What about you, Mija?
The thing that I miss most about him is the days that he will call me princess and his smile.
What do you miss about your daddy, Papa?
I miss his smile. I miss his voice. I miss his smell. I miss everything about him.
All right. So, if anybody's got any information, maybe that coworker might be compelled. Maybe it's been a year where these kids have pleaded for the last year. I'm sorry. I don't mean to break down, man, but this is heavy. These kids have been asking for justice for the last year. Maybe this man will feel compelled to speak up because his son is alive because of this man. He took a bullet for somebody else's kid. And now there's 3 kids out there that need justice. It doesn't look good on him. This man, let me tell y'all what this is, another detail about this person so that you guys understand that this person is a coward, but also just the lowest of friends. There's no such thing, I guess, these days. This man took off with, he was spotted on social media with one of Eli's shirts and Eli's gold chain on. He was wearing a deceased person's gold chain and a shirt that belonged to his friend that took a bullet for his son. So the hood has a lot of questions, but the ones that really have questions are these babies and this mom. These children, look at them. If anybody has any information, because there were a lot of people at that bar that night. What was the name of the bar, Mama?
1810 Ojiman.
1810 Ojiman. If you were out there, man, just say something. Speak up, man. There's all sorts of scenarios that are running through people's head. It could have been a setup. Maybe this guy's son is the one that shot Eli on accident, maybe, or something. Like, there's all kinds of scenarios that play out because the family hasn't seen a video. They don't know anything. There's video footage of everything. Maybe the homicide detectives can start answering these questions for this family. So, yeah. Anyone knows the coworker's name? Yeah, he's got a name. Unfortunately, for legal purposes and the investigation and all that stuff, we can't release that. But has he been questioned?
He was questioned and he was told to come in. He was questioned and he was told to come into the station. And according to the police, they can't force him to come in. He said he wasn't going to go in. So why isn't he cooperating? I don't know.
Yeah.
And
all right, friends. So we're out here in Houston. The family, they have since relocated. They moved from Houston because they left a huge chunk of their heart here. They're living somewhere in another town. They're in town for the next couple of days, and I just visited with these kids. I'm getting to watch these beautiful kids grow up over the years because now we're friends through this sad tragedy. I get to see these kids growing up, and they're growing up amazing, but also with a broken heart. Their dad's not around anymore. Yeah, go ahead, Mom. Give her the thing, Mama.
My dad did have a beautiful eyes. Co-worker that my dad was friends, please give his shirt back. I know, but I want his. I want his stuff back.
She has every right to feel that way. Okay. And what about you, Nathan? Any last words? This has changed the things about you, right? Because I've seen you, like last year you had a message and you were angry in the Crime Stopper building. This has changed and inspired you in so many ways. Your father's tragic death. What do you see for yourself now?
What I see for myself is a big future ahead of me, and I'm gonna crack this case. If HPD's not gonna do anything about it, I'm the one that's gonna take the lead of the case, and that's gonna crack it and serve justice for my father.
And I will help him.
These kids' life has been restructured and everything. They're very motivated by solving what happened to their daddy. All right, baby. All right, thank y'all. Reporting live. Justice. There's a $5,000 reward. I mean, we shouldn't even need reward to want to do the right thing. Let me just read this to you guys real quick. On Saturday, May 27, 2022, at about 1:50 a.m., Eleazar Cantu Jr. was shot in a parking lot of 1810 Ojimon Road in Houston, Texas. This is the Spring Branch, okay? He lost his life that night because he was asked to ride for a ride from a coworker and tried to break up a fight in the parking lot. Eli was shot when he turned his back to walk to his car to leave. Eleazar is behind 3 kids. They're now 9, 10, and 11, and they leave that's the right ages. Yes. Yeah, and the grieving mother, Laura, who you guys just saw right now, now left to raise the kids. She looks young, man. Like she's getting a second wind, raising her son's kids now. Like we don't expect to bury our children. Houston Crime Stoppers and HPD are asking for help in this matter. If anybody has any information, please reach out to Crime Stoppers. They've got a $5,000 reward. Justice for Eleazar Cantu Jr. It's an unsolved murder here in Houston. All right, folks, reporting live. It's your girl Grizzy. Back to you.